Dear children, welcome to the video class. Grade 10 Science, Chapter 13, Force on a Current Carrying Conductor. Dear children of grade 10, welcome to the science class. In the previous class, we have discussed magnetic field and magnetic field lines. And we have also discussed how the magnetic field due to current in a circular loop, in a straight line conductor and in a solenoid. In this class, we are going to see the topic 13.3, force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, so before that, okay, you have learned what is magnetic field and you have also learned what is magnetic lines, isn't it? Now we are going to see how the force is acting on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, listen children, we have already seen the electric current flowing through a conductor produce a magnetic field. Okay, that is when the current is flowing through a conductor, it produces magnetic effect. Okay, listen children, first let us see some of the basics. Okay, consider a magnet. Okay, we already know the like poles will repel and the unlike poles will attract. That is the North Pole and the South Pole will attract, isn't it? Okay, then I'm asking you one question. Okay, if a current carrying conductor, that is a straight line conductor, we have seen in the previous class, no? If the current carrying conductor, that is a straight line conductor, is placed near a magnet, what happens? Okay, what happens? Do they attract or they repel? Okay, so you have to tell the answer here. Okay, will they attract or they will repel? Okay, yes, they will attract. Okay, let us see this. Okay, listen children. An electric current flowing through a conductor produces a magnetic effect. Okay, so what this magnetic field will do, it will exert a force on the magnet. Okay, so this magnet is placed in the vicinity of the conductor. In the vicinity means it is placed near the conductor. Okay, so what happens means the magnet, it also exerts an equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. Okay, so let us see with the help of an activity. Okay, have you all understood children? So what does it mean means, okay, if the current is flowing through the conductor means it produces magnetic effect. So this magnetic field will exert a force on the magnet in the vicinity of the conductor. Okay, so what does it mean means the magnet, it exerts an equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. So what does it mean means in the previous classes we have seen current and magnetic field. Okay, so in this we are going to see the motion also. Okay, here we are going to see the direction of motion also. Okay, let us see that with the help of the activity. Okay, come to the activity 13.7. Okay, so this AB is the aluminium rod. Okay, this AB is the aluminium rod. This AB is the aluminium rod. Okay, so it is connected to the wires and held horizontally. Okay, it is held horizontally like this. It was held. The aluminium wire, the aluminium coil was held like this. Okay, then the next one is it is placed between the horseshoe magnet. Okay, so how it is placed means, listen children, how it is placed. Okay, see, one end is placed in the North Pole and the other end is placed in the South Pole. Okay, so we have to held vertically like this. Okay, then the aluminium rod, it should be connected with the battery and it should be connected with the key. Okay, so have you all understood? So what we have to do means we have to take the aluminium coil AB. Okay, listen children, I will explain you once again. So this is the aluminium coil AB. So it is held horizontally like this. It was held and it was placed between the magnets. Okay, so it was placed vertically, or the magnet is placed vertically. Okay, then it was connected to the battery and the key. Okay, now we have to pass the current. Okay, now we have to pass the current. We already know the current passes from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. Okay, if we switch on the battery means the current will pass in this manner. It will be passing from the positive to the negative. So what happens means, so this aluminum rod, okay, it will be displaced towards the left. Okay, so it will be displaced towards the left. So like kicking at the backwards. Okay, but the aluminum rod, if you are kicking at the backwards means it will displace towards the left. Okay, so the rod is displaced. So some force is acting on the rod, so there is some motion on the rod. Okay, so the rod is displaced in the left. Okay, the rod was like this. Okay, as we pass the current, the rod is displaced like this. Okay, now what we have to do means we have to reverse the flow of the current. We have to change the position of the battery. Okay, positive, negative like that, and we have to pass the current reversely. In this manner we have to pass. Okay, as we pass, what happens means, okay, the aluminium foil will displace towards the right. Okay, it will be displaced like this. Okay, so initially the aluminium foil was like this. As we pass the current, it will be displaced like this, as kicking it forward. Okay, okay, now we have to see why it is displaced. Okay, now we have to see why it is displaced. Okay, why it is displaced? Okay, so what does it mean means, some force is acting on the aluminum rod and the aluminum rod gets displaced. Okay, yes, now based upon the displacement, okay, we are going to see one rule. Okay, we are going to see one rule. So that rule is called Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, that rule is called Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, so what we are going to do means, we are going to find out the direction of motion and the direction of magnetic field and the direction of current. Okay, for this you have to stretch your left hand. You have to use only your left hand. In the Fleming's right hand rule, we have used the right hand. Here we have to stretch the left hand. Okay, as shown in the figure. Okay, as shown in the figure, we have to stretch the left hand. Okay, listen children, all the three fingers should be perpendicular to each other. Okay, so all the three fingers should be perpendicular to each other. That is, everything should be at right angles. Okay, everything should be at right angles. All the three fingers should be at right angles. Okay, so if we stretch our left hand like this means, okay, listen children, the thumb, okay, so the thumb, it denotes the motion. Okay, the thumb, it denotes the motion, and the forefinger, okay, and the second finger, okay, so it denotes the field, it denotes the magnetic field, and the second finger, it will denote the direction of the current. Okay children, have you understood? Okay, so we have to stretch our left hand, the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger. Okay, the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger, they must be perpendicular to each other. If we do so, okay, the first finger, that is the thumb, will denote the motion. Okay, and the next finger, okay, that is the middle forefinger, it denotes the direction of the magnetic field, and the middle finger, it denotes the direction of current. Okay, so that's why due to the motion, that aluminum rod is displaced. Okay, now listen children, so devices that use electric current conductors and magnetic fields include electric motor, generator, loudspeakers, microphones and measuring devices. Okay, in everything, so this was used. Okay, have you understood children? Dear children, your activity for this class is you write the answers for the questions in page number 231 and 232. Then you define Fleming's left hand rule and learn this topic and take hints. Okay children, do this activity. Thank you children.